today's video, I want to talk about where our thoughts actually come from and why those thoughts are most likely not your own. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome. My name's Jason, and I make videos to help you discover the infinite potential within to create the joy, love, wellness, abundance, and harmony without. If you like content like that, feel free to hit that subscribe button down below and make sure you hit that notification bell so you can be notified of new videos coming out. It may come as a surprise to you to even glimpse the idea that the thoughts that you think all day long, all week long, all month long, all year long, all life long are not even your own thoughts. How can that even be?
What?
What?
What? What?
I mean, we're all free thinkers, capable of thinking for ourselves, aren't we? No one's holding a gun to your head to tell you think this or think that. So what in the world do you mean, you might ask? This took me a while to wrap my head around, actually a long while. I mean, I've been on this conscious path since 2009, and it wasn't until about a few years ago that I started to actually truly realize that, wow, my thoughts aren't even my own. Take, for example, if you went to college, why did you go to college? Was it because you really, really wanted to go? Or was it because your parents thought it was a good idea for you to go to college? Or maybe it was your favorite high school English teacher that told you that you should become an English major, etc. Or why do you have the diet you have, whether you're a raw vegan, a straight up carnivore, or on a paleo diet? Was it because you came up with that idea and that was what your intuitive self told you to follow? Or was it because you read it somewhere online or someone you trusted told you about it? And if you heard it from someone else, where did they hear it from? These are just a few simple examples of how your thoughts and ideas didn't actually originate from yourself, but came from really who knows where. Though there's nothing truly wrong with adopting another person's ideas, especially if they spark more intuitive ideas of your own, the problem with this is that no two people are exactly the same, because no two people have exactly the same experiences. Experiences mold a person's beliefs, personality, temperament, and habits. And an even bigger problem, let's just say it out loud, the biggest problem is that these ideas have all been spawned from an old paradigm of thinking, living, being, and were all passed on to us through thousands of years and countless generations, and are all based on a lower vibration of survival. We're all literally programmed from birth to believe certain things, certain truths that really aren't truths, but are only truths because we as a civilization have believed these things to be true. For thousands of years, if you had something wrong with your body, an ailment, a disease, or whatever, we would go seek medical attention. Perhaps only the indigenous people on our planet would seek other methods of healing like Ayurvedics, holistic and shamanic or energy healing, but as the planet became more and more civilized, we all started to follow a cookie cutter routine, which everyone just called the norm. Everything around us pointed us in that direction of what normal life is. This is especially true in the last 100 years or so, and with the invention of movies, TV, news, and institutionalized schools, so-called science and medical practices, financial system, etc., our ability to think for ourselves have been really dulled. From birth, our parents and our relatives pass on to us all the things that they've learned throughout their lives through this very limited lens of reality. Ideologies of what's good or bad, what to eat, what not to eat, how to behave, when it's time to go to bed, etc. Parents tell us to do this, don't do that, brush your teeth, eat your vegetables, don't put your face like that or it's going to stay that way forever. A child at 5 years old is almost guaranteed to start preschool, and then you move up the ladder to kindergarten through 12th grade, You get your license when you're a teen. You can drink alcohol when you're a certain age. Then you have to graduate college or maybe get a job. Then you have to get married and have kids. And then you should be successful. And then your body starts wearing down. And then you get sick. And then you die. Okay, so that sounds kind of morbid. But if you look throughout our popular culture, you'll see versions of this everywhere. 95% of every movie you'll ever watch will have one of these ideas portrayed in it. Strife, struggle, battle between rich and poor, battle between races, battle against time, battle between married couples. Oh, but this is after they tell you in Disney fairy tale form that everyone should get married because we aren't complete on our own. We have stories and movies about people's struggles all of the time. Pretty much every single movie out there has some sort of struggle in it, and we've just accepted that to be a good story format. But people getting cancer, people getting sick and dying, people getting into accidents, basically nearly every movie you watch will be based on some traumatic event. Every bit of our lives are programmed in some way, shape, or form through movies, music, news, school, science, etc. We're told what to believe. We're basically given this holographic model, so to speak, that we must follow, otherwise we're considered strange or awkward, or even worse, in current times, a threat to other members of society if we don't follow certain practices.
This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
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 And this happens across every aspect of our lives, from our bodies and wellness, to finances, to politics, to science, to religion, to relationships. For example, every time you think about your relationship or how a relationship should be, where does your mind go? Does it go to that last rom-com you watched about how some girl was swept off her feet? Or does it go to that pop song about the girl that left you heartbroken? Or maybe you think about your parents who had a hard relationship and you believe that all relationships are difficult. You see, our society has been stuck in this box for so long that we take our consciousness for granted and take things as they are passed to us. But let me ask you this. If someone passed you a piece of dog crap and told you that this is all there is and that everyone before them was passed this same piece of shit and that's the way it was, would you just say, okay, I'll take it? Because basically, this is a perfect analogy of the paradigm that's been passed down to us over the last few thousand years. We're taught, not just in school, not just by the books and classic novels we've read in the curriculum, not just in the manicured history books that we've read, not just the limited science and math we've been taught, not just by the doctors who've paid hundreds of thousands of dollars to go to medical school that has manicured curriculum and textbooks paid for by the drug companies, but by almost every single magazine article we read, every movie we watch, every lyric we hear in a piece of music, every news article we read, and pretty much every single person, friend, relative, parent, lover, coworker that we have, because they've all been passed the same piece of crap. Life is hard, money doesn't come easy, you can't create your own reality, your body doesn't just heal itself, prayer doesn't work, etc., etc. But as we awaken to our inner knowingness and become more connected to our true divine selves, we begin to shift away from all this heady nonsense we've been taught to believe. When you connect to the source that is within you, that is you, and you feel that overwhelming sense of love, peace, and fulfillment, there's an inner and deeper understanding and knowing that that feeling of love, joy, peace, and oneness is more true than anything you've ever been taught by our institutionalized society. So it's ever so important, especially now, during this time of seeming chaos and confusion, to really take the time to detox yourself from all of these thoughts that you think are yours, because they are not yours. They are not natural. We're meant to experience life to the fullest, not by chasing things, but by realizing that there is and never was anything lacking. And through that perspective, that everything is already fulfilled in your life, you'll release the resistance and the negative thoughts and emotions of not having what you want, and the things you truly want to experience in this physical reality will come to you. Guaranteed, I promise you. The more you start to clear your mind out of all the limiting beliefs that you've picked up along the way as a human on planet Earth, the more you clear the space of all the rubbish and dog crap that's taken afoot inside your mind. And the faster you start deconstructing yourself and reconstructing your beliefs from a much more true and intuitive perspective that is yours and unique to your purpose on this planet. So I hope this video helped dispel some of the negativity you may have or currently are experiencing in your life. Be easy on yourself. Earth is one hell of a school. We're basically born here with our memories wiped and then taught something that is pretty much the exact opposite of our true nature and are expected to thrive. This reprogramming process will take some time, but if you stay on the path, you'll inevitably reach your goal of relearning how to live your life. Take one step at a time. It's so important to learn the art of clearing your mind, aka meditation. Not all thoughts are bad, but because we've been living in a state of survival for all of our lives, as well as the lives of the generations before us, we've been trained to always see the glass as half full. We are so powerful, each and every one of us. There's no exception. If you take the time and make the intention to grow spiritually and become the gatekeeper of all things that come into your mind and out of your mind, you'll find yourself, not too far in the future, becoming the master of your mind and therefore the master of your life and reality. If you like this video, please hit the thumbs up button. It really helps get this out to others who may benefit from seeing it. Please feel free to comment down below and share this video, and do hit the subscribe button down below if you like the content and want to see more. And remember to hit the bell button so you can be notified of new upcoming videos. Again, my name is Jason. As always, I thank you for watching, and remember that you are the change. Till next time.